Oh shit.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So last time we dealt with the aftermath of Jade being staked on stage live in public, and the appearance of a sudden new, perhaps questionable ally of Zell Crimson. Seems that Alistair and Zell have had some history together, and after a dramatic standoff at Ophelia's apartment, we all returned to our havens at the end of the night. Now, it is the night after. So, everyone, it's rouse check time.
Okay.
Arousal checks.
Excellent. God damn it, Spider.
Spider, you want me to be civil, but yet you start saying this stuff.
I've been saying that for weeks, months even.
I know, but with all of what
But Spider's a
happened, like
brat.
all of 30 minutes ago.
What? I didn't hear what you said. I legitimately lost, like, my brain. What?
I think so.
With everything that was coming out of my mouth about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, well, that's to be expected. You gotta limit what you say. You were just going on and on with no breaks.
Okay.
Since when do you know me to go
Please
slow?
be nice to me. Fuck.
All right, and you do the it's just like a. I got like 2 hunger right now, so I just do 2 hunger in the rouse check thing, or do I just?
No, you
click
just
rouse
roll
check?
1 dice. Yeah, just 1 rouse check.
I'm getting hungrier. So that's when I put like an extra dot in hunger.
Yep.
Awesome.
Great.
Now
I'm at
3
hunger 3. Fuck my life.
Hey.
Well, hey, it's
With
sort of a sandbox night, so y'all can explore however you wish.
I am also at hunger 3, but I didn't go up. I've just been there.
All right.
You always seem to
With
be
that-
at like hunger 3 or higher.
I use my abilities fairly often, is the thing.
Let's bring it in, folks.
Okay.
With that established, Marcus, Jade gets out of the hospital tonight. She is ordered strict bed rest and a few weeks away from dancing as well as public appearances.
Knowing what I was informed of, I would first slake my hunger and eat 2 of my blood bags before leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Would 2 get me down to? Would that work? Or would that just feed me
Sorry,
more?
what?
I drink 2 blood bags. Is that for 1 hunger or 2 hunger?
That's for 2 hunger if you don't, depending on your... Yeah, you don't have a feeding penalty, so 1 blood bag will slake 1 hunger. If you had a higher generation, or if you were of a higher generation or had a higher blood potency, it would be halved, so only 1 blood bag would have only slated you halfway, and 2 would... Anyway,
Okay.
math aside...
Marcus would get dressed, send out, would start making his way out to go see and pick up Jade.
You head to the room that Jade has been in. She does not look happy at all.
My dear,
And
what's the matter?
She gestures to a large white bouquet of roses on her bedside tray. On it is a note.
I will read the note.
Saw the news. My deepest apologies for what happened. Wishing you a safe, speedy, and mostly uneventful recovery. Send my regards to Mr. Payne. Signed, J.K.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, so that was there when I woke up. What do we do with it? I had half a mind to just toss it in the dumpster.
Well, the big thing. These awesome, beautiful flowers. Just because of who sent it shouldn't waver our opinion on something so beautiful. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. She sighs and kind of leans back. And then she gets an idea. She sort of gestures for you to pick up the bouquet. Why don't you redistribute it? Go to the kids' ward and hand them out to people. Good PR.
Cup her cheek and be. "No, that's a great idea."
I'll wait here. At least it wasn't a fucking gift basket this time.
Marcus, trying to be sweet and serious, just fucking breaks into laughter. Why don't you just get a little bit more rest? I'll go pass these out, and then we can get out of here, okay?
Okay.
And he would lean in, give her a soft kiss on the cheek, and then go over to the children's ward and hand out every individual flower.
They are extremely pleased. One little girl actually runs up to you and she sort of like stares up in awe, holding the rose as you give it to her. And she asks, "Are you a prince?"
Marcus, smiling. I am posting what he is dressed in for our viewing friends. I will describe for listeners. Fashion. There's fashion. Marcus has a 1920s style outfit. It's the beige one on the side. So he's got like beige pinstripes, pants, nice dress shoes, beige vest, white dress shirt, long sleeve with
Nice.
a black and gold bow tie and a nice hat.
Mm-hmm.
And he would lean down and he goes, I am a prince. But this prince has his heart set on another. And that lovely,
You have a
lovely,
princess?
yes. And my princess told me, make sure you smile today and give you this rose.
The little girl beams and sort of adjusts the cap over her mostly bald head and just sort of holds it and just sort of bounces and just says, "Thank you, Mr. Prince," before running off.
Be- Before she runs off, could he tell her something?
Sure.
He leans forward with a smile and goes, this rose is magical. Any wish you whisper into it, it will hold onto and bloom even brighter, almost shining like the moon itself inside your room.
Her eyes light up and she holds it and just sort of nods fervently like she's been told the greatest secret in the world.
You have such a lovely day.
You
You'll
too,
find your
Mr.
friends soon.
Prince. Tell the princess thank you.
I will. And he'll stand back up with a smile and finish out handing his last couple roses before going back to Jade.
You see a couple of the parents in the children's ward sort of smiling and nodding towards you. Sort of mouthing silent thank yous. I'm actually going to implement something. There's sort of a
Oh.
homebrew kind of thing. So I want to create something where however much you sway public opinion determines how successful your campaign will be once it comes time to vote.
Oh.
Ooh.
I was just about to ask that question too. Like, how many of these parents are
Breakfast.
recognizing Marcus right now?
Pretty much all of them.
Marcus would walk over to, a small group of the parents that, might be together.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
he
sort of look at you and sort of smile.
would lean in and go, in these hard times, sometimes it's the smallest smile that makes the biggest difference.
Thank
Ooh,
you
that's the
so
time.
much. We haven't seen our daughter smile so much in ages.
You all carry a heavy load on your shoulders. I'm going to do something for all of you tonight. I'm going to write a check, give it up front. 2 checks. One will be a donation for the entire ward to help you all. The other one, whatever you guys decide to eat tonight, will be on me.
The parents sort of break out into excited chatter. A few of them who look sort of a bit more down on their luck and drained just almost start tearing up. Some of them give you claps on the shoulder. One older woman just sort of starts saying praises and thank yous. And yeah, everyone is incredibly touched.
Marcus, with a smile, I'm gonna use a little blush of life to like put a little color into his face, like he's embarrassed. It's the least I could do. Take some of the weight off your shoulders. Bien se ve, alabanza. You will all have an amazing night. And he would leave. For those who don't speak
Lovely.
Spanish, it's to praise, patience, and faith. That's what the whole thing translates to.
Aw.
Amazing. Amazing. So I have named this the goodwill counter.
Okay. How
Ye-
do we do this? How are we running this?
Well, you just make sure that you take your clothes and you deposit them in the right area, and the goodwill counter will go up.
I'm just going to say that whatever good deeds that you do are added to the counter, and anything that can tarnish that reputation will remove a point from that counter.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you how many points are on that counter until it does come time to vote. And however many votes, however many counters or points that you have will either act as a multiplier or as a bonus to your roll.
Okay. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Returning back to Jade. After writing both checks, for dinner tonight, he'll do 50,000
Mm-hmm.
and give it to the head nurse and be like, whatever's left after the parents of the children's ward have their dinner. Dinner's on me for everybody else.
Thank you, sir. You are incredible.
It's nothing, really. Just trying to help. And here is a donation. $500,000 to the children's ward. Anything to help them with anything underprivileged families. Anything that'll help. Every penny counts.
Thank you, sir. We will definitely make sure this goes to good use.
Thank you all for everything you're doing. I hope you all have an amazing night. And he would enter Jade's room, kind of beaming right now. Not even pride, just genuine, like, genuinely touched from being with those kids.
Aw, you look happy.
Yeah. And then he would walk over, take a small little seat next to her. I do have a message for you.
Yeah? What is it?
One of the little girls there wanted me to pass on the message. The beautiful princess that made their day. Thank you.
Oh, that's adorable. See, I'm full of good ideas. And she sort of grins and kisses you. Now, let's
Thank
get out
you.
of here. I'm gonna go stir crazy in here.
Yeah. I've already did the paperwork before I went over to the ward. We're ready to go.
All right. Jade is wheeled out in a wheelchair to the waiting car. And you all head out into the night. So, let's see. I'll just go sort of down the line here. What is Alistair up to? Raven, you're muted.
Honey.
The microphone button went missing for a second. I was like,
Oh
the technical person that repels technology going, crap. Alistair has just finished getting dressed and he's been drinking a few blood bags to sate some of his hunger. I would say only 2 blood bags because he would be stuffed after that.
Okay.
So hopefully that would bring the hunger from 3 to 1.
Yep.
And then he would lean over his coffee table, humming a soft tune to himself as he checks his messages.
Okay.
and he checks the group chat to see if there's any updates on anything with Kingmaker. Is there any?
I feel Marcus would have mentioned in the group chat about the bouquet that was sent. And about Jade being released tonight.
Okay.
He would
So
have
Alice-
mentioned that in the group chat before leaving.
So Alistair would send Marcus a private message and just say, congratulations on getting your wife out of the hospital. I hope she's recovering well. And that's... The sound of the message doesn't sound so positive. There's something foreboding about it. And he would send that. And then he would check his message for Zell to see if he would swing a message to Zell and ask if he wanted to, if he was busy. Just going, hi, just wondering if you're free to grab a drink at Broken.
Zell is hesitant to return back to Broker at the moment, considering the shitstorm that happened the other night. And he sends a message. I think it would be best to avoid that at the moment. I don't want to stir the proprietor up any more than she already is.
Alistair would nod to himself and smile coyly as he replies, well, how about I show you one of my favorite ... clubs.
Zell, being as informative as he's always been on Alistair's activities, slyly replies, so you still haven't picked those little haunts of yours. Delightful to see, of course.
He'd send a laughing emoji and reply next to it saying, what's living the unlife without a little spice?
Zell pauses a bit because he's currently drinking from one of his I don't want to say supplicants, but it's more
You can
of
say
a-
supplicants.
Yeah, supplicants, because above board, Zell's prototype is Osiris.
Mhm.
So he's not at a lack of vessels to drink from.
Awesome. Love to see it.
So he's taking 3 sips from one of his supplicants before
Mhm.
waving them away for them to rest. And so that should bring me back down to... That should bring me back down to 2 hunger, if I'm reading the feed chart correctly.
Let me see. The feeding table. Yeah, sip from a human just takes 3 turns, 1 sip. That only slakes 1.
Okay.
If you wanted to take the maximum safe drink, like a pint, it would slake 2.
Okay, I'll go with that one then, because if we do end up in a shenanigans tonight, I do not want to frenzy.
So you're going down to 1 hunger?
Yes.
I will make a note.
I mean, a frenzy Zell would be interesting.
That'd be terrifying. Also,
Oh,
Vale,
I
did
know
you get
that
my
laugh.
DM?
Oh, I know that laugh.
Yes, I did.
That's dangerous. Looks like
Above
Ophelia.
board, I did go frenzy as ministry in the last campaign I played ministry as. Well, this was before ministry had the
Mhm.
name changed. They were the followers of Set before. Yeah. Zell disemboweled a Sabat and ripped out their spine in a frenzy before
Holy
decapitating
shit.
them.
Mortal Kombat.
Man
much?
after a... Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Man after
Yeah.
Ophelia's heart.
Wait, whoa, what the fuck just happened? What happened? Tell me. I was
I
zoned
can't.
out to the nines.
I was recounting the
Question.
last time I played a follower set in a campaign. This was ages ago. I don't remember the particulars, but we were fighting a Sabat sect at the time. They got into a bit of a scuffle because my
Wee bit
minister
scuffle.
because my minister at the time was trying to find some intel for an Anarch Baron, and the Sabat caught on to what she was doing, and since she was at frenzy stage already, she completely let the beast take over, disemboweled a kindred before ripping out their spine and then decapitating them by slicing their head off.
God, that has me drooling.
Did she?
So-
Did they take the spine out through the asshole at least?
How did
Mortal
you?
Kombat style.
That's not.
She took the spine out by, this is gonna be a bit graphic, by driving her fist through his scrotum, going up the back way and tearing it out that way.
I need to take notes.
Ooh.
And she was using her feral weapons at the time, so she did have claws.
Ooh.
So
Ooh, getting
Yeah.
fisted by Lady Dimitrescu. Okay.
Please.
So yeah, it was pretty it was pretty gruesome. I made the table a bit queasy.
I don't know the thought. I don't know the thought of that. It's just making me drool. But that's because I got some weird, fucked up kinks.
Yes.
As someone who has a blood kink, I can understand completely.
Anyways, we need to get back on topic.
Yeah,
I
yeah. Anyway, as Zell is waving his supplicant away for him to rest, he texts back to Alistair. Unless I am misreading your signals, because they can be quite mixed, am I to surmise or suspect that you're asking me out on a date?
He kind of like stumbles upon it, like, he's like, thinking to himself, right, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up.
Just text no.
He starts typing out, why would you think that? And then back and just starts deleting it slowly.
Zell can't help but chuckle. And
You still haven't answered my question. He said that.
he texts back, "You are many things, Alistair, but you are a terrible liar. And yes, I would like to go on a date with you.
He replies with like a little soft smile. Should I pick you up, or do you know the? Of course, you know the address.
I wouldn't be a minister if I didn't know the layout of New Orleans.
So my
Yep.
place or yours?
I will meet you at your haven.
Okay. Dot dot dot. See you soon.
See you soon.
He hangs up and he starts running around his apartment, going, "I need to clean up."
Zell on the other line is confirming that the tabloid situation has been sorted out.
All right, let's do. What kind of role would this be? It's got to be tech.
Investigation.
I'd say maybe wits and technology, or if it's more communication based, maybe wits persuasion.
It would have to be the second one because he's not the one like handling the technology. He's just doling out the orders.
All right, wits and persuasion.
Okay. Wits and persuasion.
And I will roll the same amount of dice.
Jeez, that's okay. I keep forgetting how proficient he is because he's got 4 in wits and 2 in persuasion. God damn. Okay, so that's a dice pool of 6. Oh, better put my hunger back down to 1. Doing, doing, done. Okay.
Oh, cute.
Critical success.
Ooh. Farrah, get off
Good
of my
job.
goddamn yarn. Yeah, you don't get to complain when you lay on my shit when I need it. Okay. Alright. So, how many successes did you get?
I got 6 successes, so critical.
Any messies in there?
Nope. Straight crit.
Lovely. Lovely. You knew exactly the right people to contact, and it seems like the affair is only listed on a few fringe threads now. It's out of the public eye.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you would like to do before scene change?
No, Zell's covered up everything that he needs to do for the time being.
Alistair's just spritzed the apartment in a nice sandalwood vanilla scent, and put his own
Nice.
cologne on. That's it for him.
Nice. All right. Why don't we move over to Broken? Ophelia, what are you up to?
Ophelia is manning the bar, and is despite being the owner, she's hired a few more people for security in other places, but she primarily likes to work the bar, and so she's at the bar with Molly on stage doing entertainment, and she's training a couple of the new bartenders with some of the drinks. Like, all right, and for this, you do a shot of this. And as I told you, when a gentleman who calls himself Average Joe comes in, what do you give him?
Water?
Yes, You give him water. You give him
What?
water from the red menu.
Okay. Why is the water red?
Ah. And it's and Jonathan, we've been over this. Things
Wouldn't
he
that just be tomato juice?
Edward, you're not helping. Edward, one of the new hires, is a kindred. Edward, you're not fucking helping.
I'm gonna make a list of all of the new hires' names.
Just I've already told you. We are kindred. We can't have normal food. She says she pops a honey bun in her mouth. I'm an exception.
Is Jonathan a ghoul?
Yes.
Is Donovan immortal?
Is Jonathan immortal? Or Donovan?
No.
Donovan? Yes.
And he is not in the know.
She is trying to remind him, but he frequently forgets.
I will just. Okay. And
So I'd
Jimmy
say
is
yes.
also immortal?
Who? I'm trying to remember. Jimmy?
New kitchen guy who was burning shit last time.
Oh no, he is 100%. He is 100%. He's a new kindred, probably about only a few months.
Kind of bad when you're working in a kitchen.
That's the
'Cause
idea.
Fire.
That's the idea. He insisted on being in the kitchen, and Ophelia was like, "I'm telling you, you don't want to be there." He is now no longer working in the kitchen, but he was. He is now working security with Tony.
All right. What clans are Edward and Jimmy?
What happened to the kitchen behind Ophelia?
Edward is a Baha Majim, or however you say, Haba Bashin, or whatever.
Banu
And-
Banu
Hakim.
Hakim.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not good with
jinx.
words. I'm not good with words. And then the other one is a Lambrosa.
La Sombra?
The Sombra. Yeah.
No,
I think
that
I think you're getting
I
getting
am going to-
alcohol mixed up. I almost had Lambrusco there.
Lambrusco.
I'm going to veto the La Sombra thing for one reason.
Is it not
Cameras.
homosexual? Ah, that's fair. All right, well then let's go. Toreador.
Cool.
They were all runaways, which is kind of the idea. They're all people that were in similar situations to Ophelia, where they kind of either are running from their sires or their sires are dead, and so they're just kind of find a place to survive.
Lovely. I think Banu Hakim on security would be wonderful. I think Jimmy has been relocated to bartending because he's flashy.
That is fair. And she's like, all right, Jimmy, what have I said? You keep your shirt buttoned up. If you want to have no buttons down, you got 2 buttons at most. Any more than that, and I start tearing your chest hairs off.
Oh,
And the
Jesus.
tips.
I don't
I
care.
pay to see
I don't.
them.
I don't care. I don't care about the tips, or I'm gonna rip your chest tips off.
Fine. He
We'll try.
like he buttons up like one button.
Thank you. I already have to deal with that enough from Marcus. I don't want to have to deal with it from you. We may have a slightly more open policy when it comes to things, but we still have standards. My wife is the exception, points to the stage. And that's
Yeah,
because she's
Molly-
our entertainment.
Yeah, Molly has happily, with Madam Whisper's blessing, started doing shows here instead of at Whispering Woods. And there's a whole new sort of stage and pole that's been set up.
And she also, and any of the, and and Madam Whisper and Ophelia / Broken now have an agreement where the girls can work at Madam Whisper's or they can work at Ophelia's as dancers.
Amazing. Let me make a note of it.
It's a partnered business venture since they are so it's beneficial for both groups. All right. What else is there
Lovely.
to do? What else is there?
I'm
to do?
gonna say, so Jonathan, Donovan, and Jimmy are all on bar, and I'm gonna say Edward is security. Would you like to make up one more security detail besides Tony?
Lexi, she's a bruja.
Lexi. Love it.
I do kind of have something crazy I'd like to do.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna message it to you first.
All right.
What do you think?
Mm. I'm gonna say no, just because I don't know why she would be there.
Why not? But that's fair. So Ophelia is manning the bar, and it's just to think I'm now running a business and doing kind of exactly what I wanted to do, and it's quiet, it's enjoyable, it's almost too quiet.
Of course, as soon as you say the word quiet to yourself, someone taps you on the shoulder.
She looks over. Yeah?
You're the Baron, right?
Oh, fucking hell. Yes, I suppose I am. How can I help you?
Give me one moment to find the... Gotta find something.
Ooh, finding something. What the fuck is going on in side chat?
I haven't seen it yet.
I just did, and I'm confused.
He kind of looks around and he sort of beckons you to a booth.
Jimmy, you're on. Jimmy, you're on. Jimmy, you're on over coverage. Everyone else, follow Jimmy's lead. Jimmy, I swear to fuck, if you try and pull another stunt like last time, this time I will break your spine, and I won't just remove my hand from your stomach. And she walks around the bar and fixes and grabs her coat and puts it on as she goes to the booth.
I don't suppose you remember me.
No, I don't. No, I don't. You just.
Niall Rise. Gurge.
Is that a ring a bell for Ophelia? Because it doesn't for me, but that's
You
because I
would
got.
know. You would know that a scourge is a Camarilla position.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh yeah. Haven't seen you lot in quite a while.
Hmm. You're playing it a bit fast and loose with little charade.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and in the way of. And she's basically just elaborate in what way? In what way?
He holds up the red menu card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happens when a mortal gets one of these?
Well, none have yet. And if they do get one, we have people for that. See, we go through a very see, unlike you people at the Camarilla, we have people to make sure that the right people don't get the wrong thing in their drinks. Because unlike you guys, I'm not too much of a fan of slipping pretty pink pills into drinks.
Word on the street is that you ran into a couple of hunters a few weeks ago.
Probably, most likely. Oh yeah, I did.
And, if rumor has it, you're harboring a Methuselah.
And if I am,
I don't think I gotta spell it out to you. It's inherently dangerous.
mm-hmm. And yet here you are, looking at me in the eye, bold enough to speak. If you've reached this
If it were-
position in the Camarilla, you know perfectly well what I'm capable of, and you know perfectly well that there is not much you can do to stop me.
Oh, I'm well aware. Honestly. If I had half a mind and Silas didn't like you as much as he did, he wouldn't have given you this courtesy.
Mhm. Quick,
He
be
wants
quick with your
to-
words.
He wants to meet the Methuselah, gauge how much of a threat he is.
Mm-hmm.
If it
What's
were
in
up
it for
to
me?
Nothing's in it for you.
Well,
It's
then
his request.
Well, then it seems like this conversation isn't really going anywhere. See, in the normal world, amongst, gestures to the people out, we have this thing called equal and equal exchange. You give me something, I take something. Ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
He kind of just stares before cracking his neck. If it were up to me, I'd have torched this place.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of that refusal. But Silas likes you. Elijah does too. They want to see how you're running the place in their absence. Fucking cowards giving it up.
So you're saying if it was up to you, you would burn this establishment with everyone in here, including my wife?
Oh, yeah. And you.
Hmm.
You come
Huh.
after me, and the full force of the Camarilla is gonna be on your ass.
You say that like that's a threat to me.
Could be worse.
Could be better. How about this? I don't have much going on tonight. Why don't you and I go speak to Silas together? Now.
A baron making demands of the prince.
She
Ha.
stands up and she's like, "Come along then. Lead the way."
You're serious?
And it's like, well, there's one of two. Well, there's one of two. You've got one of two options. Either you take me there yourself, or I get the information after I skull fuck you.
Fine then. And he leads outside of the bar, leaving an untouched glass of whiskey.
and Ophelia, as she watches him go, she takes the glass of whiskey and she looks at him like, "Hey,
What?
don't waste your drinks." And then she downs it, slams the glass on the counter before she leaves, not cracking it, but just like tunk, and follows him out.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at that, but then begins leading you. You're led through the French Quarter to another historical building, led down into sort of the hidden pipeworks, down to a hidden ballroom.
Ophelia lights a cigarette.
He takes a wide berth before knocking on a door, which opens.
Ophelia walks in.
Miss Daniels, I did not expect to see you in person. I had hoped you'd just respond to my request. Silas sort of stands from a table.
Who is the guy that brought her there still here?
He's like standing in the door.
And she's like, "Yeah, your buddy threatened to torch my bar and kill my wife."
Is that so? He
Yeah.
looks at Silas. Not Silas. He looks at Niall and kind of gets a cold glint in his eye. And Niall quickly looks away. I'll have to have a word with him, but I did want to bring up some concern for you. Some concerns with you. I understand that we're on opposite ends of our factions.
Mostly just you. First off, and she holds up her hand like, first off, you already know that the semantics of that are just there. I only became a baron to just make it a little bit easier to live my life. In terms of faction orientation, we both know I'm still kind of my own thing.
Very well. But I have heard rumors of a Methuselah, and rumors of hunters after him.
Question, is the Methuselah Joe? I can't remember.
Yes.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure. She's like, yeah, you got that right.
And is this Methuselah close in your circle?
I mean, and she takes like the cigarette out and, she takes like the cigarette out and taps it like in like the nearest ashtray looking device. She's not gonna just drop it on the floor. She doesn't like him, but she's gonna be respectful.
There's like a saucer on the table.
Yeah.
With like an empty teacup that's been stained red.
Yeah, and she just tap, 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 and she's like, yeah, the rest of my coterie is pretty fond of him. I mostly tolerate him, but he is still an ally of sorts.
Is he aligned with your values?
Mostly.
Hmm.
To be perfectly honest, how many other kindred do you know that share my values?
That is a fair question. Does he know that he's being hunted?
I wouldn't be surprised. He seems pretty wise of these things, as much as I hate to admit it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he knows that he's being hunted.
Well, I originally sent Niall, and he glares at the young man who brought you here, so he could tell you that I wished to meet him in person.
Say that. He did mention that, and then his words were, as I recall, and she pulls out a tape recorder and plays back the exact thing he said. I'm an owner of a
hear-
business now.
You see his expression darken further. I see. Very well. That matter will be dealt with. Now, I would like to formally request that you get in touch with this Methuselah and tell him that I wish to meet.
I'll see what I can do. The guy's basically got the most advanced form of dementia that I've ever known.
I see. Very well then.
I got no problems with you meeting him, but you aren't to hurt him.
Goodness, no.
Regardless of my intentions or not, he is still an ally. The only person who gets to beat the shit out of me when he acts stupid is me.
You fight him.
He said some things that I'm not too fond of. So yes, on a couple occasions. Not a brawl per se, but I'm not exactly the same kindred that you knew when you split per se. And she kind of flips her eye patch up and shows him her eye.
He kind of blinks in surprise before leaning in. Fascinating.
You want to see fascinating, and the eye quickly goes completely black. Then make sure that your subordinates know who they're fucking with. And then it goes back to green as she flips it back down.
He kind of sits back and takes a deep breath before nodding solemnly. Very well. That will be all. I await to hear your response, or if he should show up, we shall inform you. Perhaps with a different messenger.
You got some way of contacting me? I know that you Camarilla types are a bit iffy on the whole getting found out thing, but finding this place, I'll remember it, but getting a random old man with dementia here is gonna be a pain in the ass.
We'll be in touch.
Fair enough. And as she's getting ready to leave, she's like, oh, wait. And she goes back to the table and reaches into her jacket, and she pulls out one of the red menu cards and sets it on the table and slides it to the prince. I suppose I never gave you a thank you for allowing me to do what I've did those years with Bourbon Street. Now that I own a bit more, I've been meaning to give you this. Consider it a thanks.
He
Come back.
curiously picks it up and begins reading it.
It says, for those with more exotic tastes.
You are the owner of Broken Broken?
As of now, Morgan, she's stepped down.
I see. Very well then. I bid you congratulations.
Feel free to stop by and visit sometime. Even though if we don't get along, the rules of my territory haven't changed. Just don't cause trouble, and you're free to come and go as you please.
I will consider it.
Thanks. And she looks to Niall, who's at the door, and she's gonna take one of those red menu cards, slip it into the front pocket of his lapel, pat his chest, and walk past him.
You walk out of the Elysium and you go back to Broke and Broken. Speaking of our favorite Methuselah, what is Averjo up to?
This is great because need to do a little bit of housekeeping. So last we heard of our fair feathered friend, he was walking away from Broken on foot. So I think it's pertinent that we kind of pick up from there. Kind of rolling back the tape for a moment.
All right. Let's roll back the
Uh,
tape. Where does Averjo go?
Averjo, in the state of mind leaving that moment, is in a state of paranoia coming down from it a little bit. Angry, scared, and upset. And as he does, and as his delusions still have a small thumb on his compass, he's just going to wander. Alleys, anything. He might even revert. Yeah, I think as a comfort, something to comfort him, he might even hunt for a moment.
Okay.
He's at a hunger 2 at the night. And I think that I think he is completely, it's as if the entire city right now for him has turned into a labyrinth, and he doesn't really know where he's going or where he is. He is just going to indulge the bestial temper for the moment.
What is your hunting pool? What's your hunting type?
Hunting type, I believe it was changed from like Sandman to Roadside Killer. I don't remember what that means.
Let me see. Roadside Killer. Never stay in one spot for too long and are always on the move, hunting those who won't be missed if they disappear alongside the road. Roadside killers know the risk is just as worth as the reward. Perhaps this kindred was once a truck driver themselves, or maybe they met their fate alongside the road as well. So it's Dex and Charisma. It's either Dex or Charisma plus Drive to feed by picking up down and outs with no other options.
So it's okay. So Charisma plus Dex and Drive, or Dex or Drive?
No, it's either you use either your Dex stat or your Charisma stat plus your Drive.
Gotcha. I might have to make some changes to that, but we're just gonna run with that right now. So he'll use Charisma and Drive. I don't know. I don't know how this is working for Drive, but yeah, we'll say that's because he's on foot currently going through alleys at the moment. So yeah, I think right now, let me just pull up my roller. Do-do-do-do-do. Hunger 2, dice pool of 7. Not 77, just 7. There you go. 4 successes.
You're easily able to sort of find a few folks just sort of, wandering around. Perhaps a few people down on their luck in an alley. Mostly homeless and stuff like that.
It's his usual feeding type, is finding the homeless, the forgotten. And I think it's not even too important to him how it goes about. He'll just find it. Do the classic, just mesmerize into subservience or subtlety and then feed. He's only going to slake one hunger.
Okay. You slake one of your hungers, and you can tell that this person was an addict, so you gain a little bit of lucidity. Perhaps a few aches and pains disappear. You feel your mind fog sort of lifting as you seal the wound.
The fog is gone, and Averjo looks in a puddle at his own face, still wearing the hoodie and the shirt that says alcohol. Some stories start with alcohol, I think it was, but that's why salad is there. I can't remember what it was. Still looking at his face and getting used to his new height. And while his head may have cleared of delusions, his anger and upsetness hasn't, and he'll just kind of still. He'll keep wandering until sleep starts to take him. And I want to play this out because I think it would be interesting. He's just going to find somewhere that is secluded in this meandering state, but might not be fully protected from the sun as he thought.
Okay, like how unprotected?
I mean, he's running on instinct right now, and he just needs to find someplace small. And I mean, he's been packed in a suitcase before. He can manage his way to find places to fit in, and he will do as much as he can to just. I don't know where he would go, but whatever is nearest to him and closest, he'll find someplace secluded, away from people, like a cat trying to get away when they're dying. I think you might even see a sewer drain or something.
Yeah, let's go with that. You see a manhole cover that's been opened for maintenance. And your beast instructs you to hide as dawn approaches.
And he does. He'll get in there and just hide for the night. Just keeping to himself.
As dawn breaks, however, you realize that you weren't as far out of the way of the sunlight. And as it changes, perhaps almost in a lucid dream, you see that circle of light rotate clockwise across the sky. And it gets right to your ankle. Bare skin against the sun. Frozen. And in this half-wakeful state, you feel the sun sear the skin of your ankle. You hear the sizzling. You see your ankle just start fizzling and crumbling away like slaked lime.
I think in that moment of just fuck the pain, it's been a long time. He scrambles for a moment, not understanding that he needs to move, and instinctually the fire that leaks in the fire that sets within his blood, the ash, the blood will rouse, and he will use Defy Bane. And preparing himself, it will make him resistant. It will make him resistant to fire and sunlight, as well as other grievous runes that would threaten final death. A rouse check, and wits and survival to activate reflexively.
Okay.
The user can, yeah. So, would you say this is a reflexive?
Yes.
Okay.
I will also add one more to resist terror.
Ooh, yes, please do. So first off, rouse check. You were getting hungrier, so he was at hunger 2 last night. Now he's back and went to hunger 1. Now he's back to hunger 2. All right. Wits and survival. Oh, this is bad. That is a dice pool of 2 dice. Okay. And then, so I'm rolling to resist frenzy separately.
Yes.
Okay. So reflexive, 1 success for the wits and survival.
Okay. I think it is the same lesson as touching a hot stove. You instinctively draw your leg out of the path of the sun, almost bending it up at an awkward angle. The momentum sort of makes you slump down from where you had been sitting against a wall, sort of onto your side, where you can sort of roll away out of the path of the sun.
Okay. Perfect. How much damage would have had I taken, aggravated wise?
2.
2. Okay, that gets converted into superficial, which is my thing. Yeah, and so I think as it happens, his body starts to reflex, and the dust that it's already turning into ash. This is a normal feeling, though it hurts much worse. It's something that he's experienced before, and so the ash kind of falls away from the bone, but kind of clings to it as he pulls it away from it, and like a snow trail on the like on a dark snowy night with the snow trails wafting across the road, the dust follows his leg and reforms.
It is still not a pretty sight. It almost looks as your skin has blistered and peeled away down to the fat, the muscle. It's the worst 3rd-degree burn you can ever imagine.
So that's now I'm at 3 superficial damage, and yeah, he's just after scurrying away. Oh wait, I need to resist Terror Frenzy. How do I do that?
There should be something to resist frenzy. I believe it's like some kind of willpower roll.
Let's see. Do I see anything on my sheet? Do 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 do.
Anyone with more experience in Vampire the Masquerade know how to do it?
How to do what? Kill?
Resist terror
resist
frenzy.
it. Resist a terror frenzy.
I think that's also just a frenzy check.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I do for frenzy checks.
Neither do I. I just have this neat little button that helps.
I guess just
Hang on.
roll willpower.
Hang on, I got resist, frenzy, VTM. I got it. Don't just give me a second. Give me a second. Stop rushing me.
I'm not rushing.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think it says willpower plus 1/3 of humanity rounded down versus frenzy difficulty.
Yep, that is true.
Unmarked willpower, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Reaper. You're very smart. I should have done this sooner.
Yes. So 1/3 of your humanity plus whatever willpower you have that is unmarked.
Okay, I still got. So that's for willpower. I have 6 dots, and for humanity, I have 5. I'm a
So 1/3, I believe. Let's just say round it up or round it down.
Down.
Okay, so let's do 6 dice plus 1.
dice plus 1. So 7 dice in total. And okay, hunger 2, 6 dice. 5 successes, critical success.
Any messies in there?
Nope, just a critical success.
Excellent. You manage, after that initial moment of fear, you manage to get yourself under control. Like, yes, you're out of the path of the sun. It can't hurt you. You're free. You're safe. And so you sink back down into torpor.
Yeah. I think, yeah, he'll crawl as far as he can get away from the manhole cover, realizing his error, in a moment and then just wake up the next night.
You awaken the next night in this dismal sewer. Dust covers you from the work above and from rolling around in this long, dried up storm drain.
Yep. I think he will get back up and just go to the top and look at his phone and see the texts that have come through. Still ashamed of what happened yesterday. And still paranoid a little bit. Just a skosh. It's a new night.
Has anyone messaged Evershow?
Ophelia has messaged Joe and was just, "Hey, old man, when you see this, come to the bar. Got a few things I need to talk to you about, and I got a few things to talk to you about, and we got a weirdo to meet. Leave your bondage gear at home. Not that kind of weirdo." She puts in a second message.
He'll put in, what's bondage material? Like rope? It doesn't matter. Everjoe will. Yeah, he doesn't know where he's at really in town at the moment. He kind of wandered off and just kept wandering, so he'll make his. It's not where I was going to take him originally. Because I think at the moment, before seeing that text, he saw the stuff about Kingmaker and about how badly everything went last night and how he could do something to make it better. And he thinks about going to find Kingmaker himself, taking something from him, subduing him, doing something to make Marcus's life easier, especially after everything that's going on. I mean, it would be an easy election if there was nobody else to run against. And he could probably do it on his own. It wouldn't be too hard. But he gets that text from Ophelia and begrudgingly thinks better of it for now. And will make his way back to Broken. Still in his other yesterday clothes.
Ophelia
And
is
covered in
behind the bar.
dust. With a burn
Yes.
on your leg.
Yes. You also know that. Oh wait, no, he did go shopping. These were things he went shopping for. Okay, so never mind. They are to his actual size. Yeah, he'll just walk back. He's not going to rouse the blood. He's already between what happened last morning and waking up. He's back at Hunger 3, so he's gonna go back to Broken.
You walk
He's a little
in,
twitchy.
and one of the bartenders sees you walk in and quickly runs into the back. And soon, Ophelia, you are notified by Donovan that the strange old man is back.
Ophelia is like, "Huh? That was quick." And she stands up and she's like, "Donovan, take your 30.
Okay. And he goes into the back.
And Ophelia comes up and is like, "You look like shit."
Yeah, I am.
Come on. And she opens up the bar, sets it down, and grabs Joe by like the front of his shirt and drags him upstairs.
His knees hitting on each step as you drag him.
And she
Yeah, he's depressed enough to let you drag him.
and she gets there, and then she quickly shoves him into the bathroom, sets a washcloth and a fluffy towel on the counter, and is like, take a shower. Take a shower. I'll see if the clothes I ordered came in. And she shuts the door.
Averjo doesn't know what to make of this. I don't know when the last time Averjo's shower was. That's a good question.
Probably several centuries.
There's a reason why he's so dusty.
It's the Kratos. He's fucking dust.
Probably just like dunks himself in the Mississippi once in a while.
Fucking
Yeah,
jumps
yeah.
in, walks out, and he's fine. He's covered in like algae.
No, he's afraid of running water. No. I guess before she shuts the door on him, he'll like stop it for a moment and just like, where's Rise?
Probably with Marcus. But first, you shower. I'm gonna go grab some spare clothes for you. And you shower, and I'll grab you a snack and some spare clothes for you. You're lucky that I ordered some. And then she like shuts the door, and it's like, gosh, this guy's like, just won't take a hint. And then she is like looking through the drawers in the closet, and is like, oh, here it is. And she finds the box, and it's like, hope he appreciates that he has no idea how hard it is to find clothes in his size. I also probably shouldn't tell him how I know his sizes. Yeah, that's a thing Molly will tell him.
Molly will tell him what?
Molly got average Joe's sizes. So when Ophelia is just like was struggling one day, like, damn, wonder what sizes average Joe is. Oh, Molly listed off all the measurements. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know this? And Molly is like, I worked at a
There's-
brothel.
There's a great question to this. Did she do this before or after Averjo was
Both.
shortened by several feet?
Both.
Damn. Okay. Anyways, what size are in the clothes? Is there now sized or previous size then?
She is deciding she's gonna set out 2 outfits, like super tall Joe outfit and a current tall Joe outfit.
Interesting. Averjo will take a quick shower.
Roll to
Hasn't
not
showered
eat the soap.
No. Not well. That's funny, but I am gonna roll something. Because this imagery is too good for the fact that he's in a different height right now and he's still getting used to it, so his equilibrium is off, and he's an elderly man in the shower. So
Oh no!
I need to roll not to eat shit.
Oh yes. So I think it's
Dex?
what would this be? Yeah, it would be Dex and I guess athletics to
That's-
like keep your balance.
Sure. Hunger 3. That's a dice pool of 4. Roll. 2 successes.
Okay, it's a bit slippy, but you manage.
Oh, man, I was hoping I wouldn't, but that's great. Average Joe will just get out.
Like there's a moment where it's like you feel your foot slide, but you catch yourself.
After finishing up the shower, spottily washed, he doesn't know what a hairdryer is and doesn't like that nozzly thing. Also, there's a bunch of stuff. There's makeup fucking everywhere.
It's
And the-
mostly
Understand,
Molly's. This is
And
a
it's mostly-
lesbian's bathroom.
I know. And so he's like, trust me, I've seen enough. I know it. I've grown up with 3 women plus more other things. Like,
It's like-
he looks at the counter and sees like, oh man, there's brush. There is phallic looking things that he doesn't even know what are, and one of them he thinks is the hairdryer is something phallic.
What is this cup
there's-
thing? What is this
What is-
squishy
what-
cup thing?
don't know. Just like trying to, it's almost overwhelming just looking down at it. The toilet paper is like halfway gone. There's a smudge near the back of the toilet. Part of the toilet handle is broken off, so you kind of have to pinch it a little bit to push it down. He just kind of looks around and is just like, okay. Takes a towel, dries his hair off as best as he can, but it's still kind of a wet mop. And yeah, he'll walk out in the pants, but no hoodie and shirt that he had on before. So top torso naked and pantsed.
Does he still have the shot glasses in his back?
It's only one superficial worth, so I'd say there's a few pieces of glass still sticking in, just a few. Everything else was taken out by as best as Rise could. So the wounds were cleaned. It's just they're still open.
I'll say that they've at least sort of dried and scabbed over.
Yeah, we can say that. And just walk out. Ah, okay. Thanks for the toilet. Yeah, that was. Thank you. Ophelia? Where are you?
And Ophelia comes out from the bathroom with 2 outfits. She's like, "Alright, I got 2
I was
outfits.
just in the bathroom. How did you get back in there?
It's my house."
Did you come out of the toilet?
No.
Okay.
The fuck?
Secret doors. Noted.
No, not
Anyways.
the secret door. No, not the secret doors. I just slipped in there after you went in. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're crazy and sneaky, so I know that now. What you said? Clothes?
Yeah, this one is for your old height. This one's for your current height. Molly got your measurements. I don't know how. I'm not gonna question my wife because the last time I questioned how she got measurements, I woke up with a knife in my shoulder.
That's extreme. But I think, or
she
is
had a
it?
nightmare.
Is
She
this
had a
how
nightmare.
people? Oh, okay. I was about to say I can't remember if this is how love is supposed to be, but that seems intense.
Which outfit do you want?
Well, I'm currently this size, so he
Here you
looks
go.
at the.
And she puts it into his hands and takes the other outfit, puts it back into like her room, and then it's like, have a preference for blood type?
No. And
No.
also, what is this clothing that you gave him?
It's a button-up top with a sort of like pleather vest and a just plain sort of woolen blazer with matching pants. It's like think of like fashionable old man.
Oh, damn.
Business
Okay.
casual.
Yeah,
Business casual.
yeah, business casual old man. Like what you would see like an old mob boss kind of guy wearing.
Oh, damn. Okay. Dressing him up spiffy. Uh,
Not for this occasion, but these were the only clothes she could find in his size.
Abigail will dress and then follow Ophelia in whatever they're doing.
She's just in the kitchen, so she just reaches into the fridge, pulls out a like a blood bag, puts the IV tube in it, and like hands it to him. Like, here, drink up.
Ooh, a snack. Eh.
Yeah. By the way,
how can I say no?
By the way, what the fuck happened to your leg?
Oh, just ran over a flamethrower. That's all.
You know what? I believe you. All right.
You shouldn't, but it's amusing that you do.
All right. Two things. One, and I did that in the way, Moon, that I do my quotations. So when she holds up one, she holds up her middle finger. And then one, and it's like, one, where'd you run off to last night? Everyone, and where'd you run off to last night? Molly was worried.
I was a little scattered. He's still at Hunger 3, so I'd say right now, going by the rules, he's still kind of out of it. I just kind of went on a stroll. It was a a little bit tiring. I
Ah, yes,
just
the infamous kindred going for a walk.
yes, I had to
And
go for a walk.
and two, and she holds up her ring finger. What stupid thing were you about to do before I texted you?
Hmm. I was just looking on a way to get back here, honestly. I don't know the city as well as I thought I did, so nothing stupid.
Ophelia presses F to doubt.
I mean,
She's
you
just,
can make me roll. I'm lying.
uh, yeah, she's
He's
not
what?
good. She doubts him, but she's not that interested in going into it. But that's just, she's just like, she doesn't, she's like, all right, all right, and three, we're gonna have to meet somebody. So once you're finished, come with me, all right?
I mean, it's already gone.
And she's like, great, takes it, tosses it. All right, follow me, old man. Do you want a cigarette?
No. Where are we going?
Just follow me. Personally, the simple fact I'm going there twice is a bit of an annoyance.
No, I don't know what's going on,
I could.
and I don't like to be taken to a second location.
Okay,
Bad memories.
first off, if I was gonna do anything to you, I would do it here in my own home, where I've had multiple corpses before. Second off, some people want to meet you, and if they don't, they're possibly going to burn down my bar. And I need you to have a word with those people, and I need to have a specific word with one of those people.
Who are these people?
Ugh. And she rubs her eyes, and it's like, it's the Camarilla.
He sighs a little bit. It's just them. Okay, interesting. Why do they need to see me, and how do they know I'm here?
Fuck, if I know, some of those hunters that are hunting you probably got their attention or something.
Hunters?
Oh my fucking god, you have no clue.
What hunters? When?
I'll explain on the way. Please?
No, I'm not going anywhere right now.
Fine.
You want to take me somewhere, you sit down and you talk with me.
I'll stand and I'll talk with you. A couple weeks ago, on my territory, there were a couple of hunters that were looking for you. I didn't tell them what they wanted, and if I remember right, I either let them go or I killed them.
You let
How
them
do
go.
how do you know they were looking for me?
Because they specifically asked for someone that met your exact description. Last time I checked, I didn't know. Last time I checked, I don't know a lot of other people that look like you. No offense.
All right, last question. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because, and she crushes the cigarette. The last thing I the last because the last thing that I need to have is that a friend of mine gets threatened. Because when you get stressed, you aren't exactly the most level-headed. So, I was
Well,
doing
now
a
we're
little bit of
calling the kettle black, aren't we?
I am black.
Touche.
I was more focused on keeping an eye on you and seeing if I could hear more of seeing if I could have my feelers see if they poked their heads around a bit more. Unlikely, but still can't be too careful.
All right. You know what? You put some ground rules on me all the time. It's about to put a ground rule on you. If anybody is ever looking for me, you will alert me as soon as you possibly can.
All right, cool, sure.
Cool. And thirdly,
Oh,
I'm just that.
that was two. That you only told me one. What do you mean thirdly?
We're gonna count numbers that aren't real, so let's keep going. Now, uh, thirdly, I'm famished. Can we find somebody real quick?
Ah. Yeah. Moon. By the way, hang on. I have to send something to Moon real quick.
Sure.
Mm. I'm just not sure the timeline on things.
Yes.
Yes,
One
then
is up and running.
perfect. She's like, all right, well, I can take you somewhere. Follow me.
And he'll follow.
And Ophelia leads him to leads him to a place that says trying to think of a good name. Harvest Moon Blood Bank. And she goes in with Average Joe and goes up to the attendant. Morning, Jessica. Evening, Jessica.
Oh, hello, Miss Daniels. How can I help you?
I've got 1-4, and she pulls out the red menu card. I've got one for this.
Oh, lovely. I'll have someone direct you to the back.
Can
And
I get
she-
Can I get a clipboard also so he can fill out his preferences?
Of
Wait,
course.
what are we? What is this?
And Ophelia hands him a clipboard and's like, I'll explain once we're down. I'll explain once we're down a few floors.
I
Just trust me,
Oh.
Joe.
Okay. He'll fill out. I mean,
It's a clipboard. The clipboard has blood preference and like the preference of the type of person you'd like to feed from, but it's disguised as medical questions.
well then, Ophelia will have to help walk him through it.
That's what she's planning on doing.
Okay. So he'll follow down, and then also while they're doing this, he will mention Ophelia. Ophelia, lastly, before we head off to Camarilla, can we pick up Rise on the way? I have to apologize, as well as a few other things.
Sure, yeah. We're just not gonna have any signal. And Ophelia, when they get into the elevator, will like turn a key, and the elevator will go and start going down.
Yeah, as you walk past the various donation rooms, you see a few sort of college goers and volunteers, sort of, and also you just see people of all ages sort of lining up to donate blood. It's not too busy, but there's enough that there's a certain draw. You see sort of things being exchanged, people being fed like juice and cookies. It looks like a standard blood donation center, except where there would be a machine to collect the blood above the floor, it is planted into the floor, and as you get to the bottom floor of this building, you can see that the machines are now above you, and you see a series of tubes sort of falling out from the... It's sort of like a whole connection of different tubes. Some are connected to bags. Others will have sort of like a tap or a spigot that will lead to another tube that can be used to sort of like turn on, turn off the flow of blood into different directions. It's almost like a soda fountain, for lack of a better word.
As they exit,
He is marveling at all of this.
Ophelia walks up to the out of the elevator, and she's just like, evening, evening, Dr. Anders.
Ah, Ophelia. And a guest. Welcome.
This is Average Joe. This is his first time using our services, and Ophelia will gently take the clipboard from Joe and hand it to Anders. He's a first-time user, so set him up in a nice room. Let me know which one's available. I'm probably have a bit of explaining to do while we head over there, anyways.
It's sort of an open floor concept. There's like various, like, nice cushy chairs, and there's cups for people who just want to sort of like go straight to the tap, but there's like extra tubing that can be sort of like subbed out from certain points. just for like cleanliness and safety and such.
And Ophelia looks at is without looking at Joe and is like, "Ask your questions, Joe."
So this is what the young ones have gotten up to nowadays. Quite the accomplishment.
Actually, I set this up.
Oh,
This is
But
one
what-
of a few locations that this is just the first one, and it's mostly as a trial run. But I plan to have a few places like this across the Bourbon Street and along my territory.
oh, interesting. Give me a moment, guys.
Oh.
Be right back.
No worries.
Hang on, I have to go say hi to my mom. She just got back.
Yay.
Mother! Hi, Mom! Oh, you're taking your pants off. Okay. There. That's why I'm wearing shorts. I'm not muted. Hang on.
So, how we all doing?
I just came back to that, and I'm just like, what? Because I was making lunch.
Hmm.
I'm good. I just put aside a few snacks for a friend that lives next door to the friends that I'm house sitting, and I was like, "Hey, I've got some chocolate and bananas. Do you want some?" And they're like, "Yes, please."
Nice. I think
I
I'm
love
gonna
feeding
grab a
people.
yogurt.
Ooh, yogurt. What do you guys
Mm.
think of the first of the blood banks that Ophelia is setting up in her territory?
I love it. It's a great idea.
Also, something that I made very clear when I was giving Moon this idea, like, 6 or so months ago, was that all of the volunteers, the ones that have their blood drank, are willing. They know about it and they do it willingly.
Oh, so Alistair could drink from them
Mm-hmm.
since it's willing.
I will say that there's a certain percentage of them that are in the know and are willing to do it. But most
Ooh.
are under the assumption that it's an actual blood donation.
But still, you can put on your thing that you would prefer a willing host.
True.
All right, let's see if this apple banana.
Oh my god, can you show me what it looks like?
Just imagine like a regular banana, but kind of chode-esque.
Oh. Yeah, we just call them children bananas, like, you know.
Really? Oh my god, it's so delicious. It's like it's a normal banana, but it's not exacerbating my allergy.
Yeah.
I thought
What,
those were
what does it
I
look
thought
like?
those were plantains.
No, it's not a plantain. It's different than a plantain. I've had plantains.
Okay.
Plantain
Oh.
chips slap.
Oh my fucking god, that's so good. I love bananas, but I haven't been able to eat them in so long. Hold on, hang on, I gotta
I'm back.
finish this shit. Hang on, I'm gonna put
Yay,
this
welcome back.
long. Oh.
Oh my god, there's more.
I'm pretty sure Steven is on the other end here. Is like,
He has no idea what we're talking about, but at the same time has enough of an idea to hear that it's food, and he's got the munchies.
Oh, thank you, Mumsy. And ube roll. Holy shit, I forgot I put these on the list. Thank you, Mom. Okay, where were we?
One moment, Dad's gonna talk.
We were in the basement area of this blood donation center. Dr. Anders looks at the chart that was given to him and nods before directing Everjo over to a very nice sort of almost like a daybed chair where there's a tap that is hanging down from the ceiling. I think this will suit your preferences.
Okay, sure, I can try a little bit. And she'll just kind of like grab it like a straw, just kind of suckle on it for a bit. Yeah, I mean, this is
He,
pretty good.
yeah, he turns the key, and it is just a straight stream into your mouth, basically, like a straw. And it's
That-
good. It's like getting it straight from the source.
Is it really though? Because I have the thing
It
where I can't slake any hunger from bagged or animals or anything besides taking it from the source.
Oh yeah, it is basically just a straw, like
Gotcha.
straight into the vein.
Interesting. Abigail will drink happily. Thinks better of what he was about to ask. He thinks of talking to Ophelia about something, but will think better of it and just continue to just have it like a Bahama Mama in the evening, just day drinking or night drinking, and just, oh, this is pretty good. Kind of put off by the entire thing, and it shows in his body language for Ophelia.
You can tell that this person was a little bit buzzed.
Interesting. I'm going to donate blood while wholly drunk. Not a good idea.
We don't judge.
Yeah. Well, this is nice. It was a nice little thing on the end. I would have rather had something while we were at the bar, but this is all right. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, this is it's a trial run. We're kind of testing it. So far, we've seen a decent amount of success. While not everybody who comes through here is willing, a percentage of them are and do it. It helps with people kind of like Alistair or types like them who kind of need consent in order to, drink from somebody. Also, it helps with the runaways and, prevents feedings of unneeded nature.
This would. He pulls out. He goes to pull out a notebook and realizes he doesn't have it right now. And so we'll go into one of his other notebooks under labels of Fat Cat and put down the information of where this place is and some personal notes for himself for the future. And he just looks up. Well, just so I have a full idea of what this is, I don't think I'll return here, but can I send others here if needed?
Of course you can. I have I'm also in the works with setting up various safe houses and the like. Dr. Anders here, she was a major help in getting this all set up. I was struggling to find somebody who could properly read all of the, jargon that's needed for this, but it was a good find.
Of course, I'm happy to help.
This is very impressive. I don't personally enjoy the aesthetic, though I think it is impressive. Though I know that slaking now his 2 hunger to bring him back down to 1. Getting her mind, he'll just kind of he asked for a card real quick to write down some info.
You're given a business card.
Thank you. He'll write down Frederick Castle's number and give it to both Ophelia and the doctor. Somebody that I work with who might be interested in this whole entire ordeal.
Oh, thank you.
Would definitely help us get our foot off the ground with a bit more, open up a few more places like this. Also, maybe add a little bit of decoration. I know that the cinder block and concrete wall look kind of works for now, but I could definitely see some of the more Sylvia-esque kindred finding it a little off-putting.
I mean, in a sense. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you want. You get Sylvia in here, or you get Marcus in here, or Jade in here, and I'm sure they'll do the interior decorating that's needed.
Possibly. Though, I haven't really told anyone else about this yet.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so I'm one of the first?
You're the first one of our coterie to be here. I wanted to kind of, run it through its trials, see how well it worked before I came out and said something about it.
Well,
Better-
what's your worries with this? Because this seems to be going well.
That's the matter of keeping it. It's the matter of keeping it so that the kindred have a place to safely feed, so they aren't, going all frenzy on people here. But then also making sure that the mortals that don't know are kept in the unknown.
Right.
It's
You
the main
might
reason.
have some. He flips open one of the notebook again. That has it's the 3-ring binder, or the like 5-ring thin binder-esque like notebook. Flips through some of the newer pages and looks at it, then looks back at you. You might have competition with some other groups of interest, especially with the Camarilla. But it's honorable that you do this for the... what do they call it these days again? The Anarchs, right? The Anarchs.
Yeah, I guess that's what they call it.
Well, honorable. Interesting that you put this... I mean, this, besides running your bar, your own little private place. I mean, this is well beyond what most barons will do, so I'm happy to see that you're putting your foot out there.
My main goal for ever since I came to New Orleans is just to have peace. And if the best way to achieve that peace is to put in a bit of effort and make it so that the area is not just safe for kindred, but also safe for mortals, and that they can exist amongst each other safely, I see no problems with it.
Well, very cool. Alright, I'm ready to go.
I figured. And she's like, Thank you, Doctor Anders.
Of course, return anytime.
I won't, but I'll definitely send some people your way.
Please don't forget to make sure that you're handing out the red menu cards to new kindred.
Of course.
Have a good rest of your evening, Dr. Anders.
And you as well.
And Ophelia will then take Average Joe up. Once they're outside, she's like, "All right, now to this secondary location."
Alright. Make sure to pick up Rise on the way, though.
Yeah, and she shoots a text that's like, "Rise, I'm gonna be outside your apartment soon."
We skip over to Rise, see what's going on with him.
So Rise had been brought back to Marcus's place the previous night and had, spent the day there. He's just kind of out of it a little bit. He really feels not so great after last night. And when Marcus leaves to go pick up Jade, he kind of slinks back to his own place and locks and shuts the door. And he's basically been drinking blood, and just kind of curled up on the couch, just not really doing much.
And you receive the text from Ophelia.
I'm gonna say that he drank about 4 bags so that he's back at hunger 1, because bags are halved for him. He'll like see the notification pop up on his phone, and then he kind of like just like turns over on the couch, ignoring it.
Oh no. Ophelia, a few minutes pass and you don't get a response. Hello?
Ophelia's like, god damn it. Alright. And she's like, which one's Rise? And she's looking at and she's just like, looking at the windows and is like, Rise. Fuck it, I'm going inside. Average Joe, stay here.
Oh, do I have to?
Average Joe, sit and stay. God damn it.
Fine.
And Ophelia goes in.
Okay. You make your way up to Rise's apartment.
And just knock. Rise, it's Ophelia.
You don't hear anything.
Rise, if you don't open the door, I'm going to break it down.
You hear like a quiet shuffle, and he like opens the door. It's still clearly chained, and he's like, "What do you want?"
Average Joe wanted to apologize to you, so I've come to get you for that.
I mean, he's got nothing to apologize for, and he like pulls away from the door, going to shut it.
Ophelia puts her hand on the door to keep it open, lifts her hand up, and then like pulls down on the chain to like snap it.
Oh, come on now. He like
And
sighs and he walks away, knowing she'll be in a minute.
Opens the door fully and is like, listen, he's standing outside right now. Well, actually, she looks outside. Nope, he's sitting. Never mind. He's sitting outside.
He like glances out the window. Oh god. Can you just tell him I'm sick or something?
Ophelia is giving Rise that look of like, you're not getting out of this.
Ugh. Okay, can I have 5 minutes alone to shower? He's like still in his clothes from yesterday as well.
I gave you that time.
I didn't read your message. Can I have 5 more minutes?
You get 3, and Ophelia walks out.
He like shuts the door behind her and is like, ugh. And then he'll go and he'll freshen up. He knows he doesn't want to take a full shower right now. He just like freshens himself up and he just like throws on sweats and a t-shirt and is like, and he'll look over at the journal that he has not read but has kept by his like bed. And then he like grabs his backpack and walks out without the journal.
Ooh.
He shuts the door behind him. You owe Marcus money to fix my lock.
You think I don't know that? I already sent him a Venmo.
Okay. Let's go. Wait, why are you with Average Joe?
Important stuff. Don't worry about it.
I won't. And he'll like motion for her to lead.
And as she's walking, she's like, "You hungry?
No.
Are you just saying that because you're just like, yeah, why did I just get $30 from Ophelia? Are you just saying that because you're the type of person that doesn't want to be a burden, and so you continuously just neglect your own personal whatnots, so then that way you don't have to burden some other people, but in the way it kind of ends up backfiring? Or are you actually not hungry?
He like glances at her. I ate. I'm not gonna risk anything, especially now that I have vampire AIDS.
Could be worse.
I suppose it could.
You could have VIV.
Rise is like, don't ask, don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. Damn it! What's VIV?
Don't worry about it.
Damn it.
And then Ophelia brings Rise out and is like, alright, Average Joe, you know when I said sit, I didn't mean actually sit, right?
I'm sitting in a car. What are you? Do you want me to stand up in the car?
Average Joe, we walked here. Whose car is that?
Never mind.
Write that off.
Average Joe.
Because we actually did walk here, so that...
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
No, it's too funny. It's canon now. He broke into a car.
Just found
Average
a
Joe sitting in the
unlocked
passenger side.
car, saddened.
And he's just like, you left me in the car completely.
Why am I getting car alarm messages? Broke into Marcus's
I
car.
wasn't ready for that.
Anyway, sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
just
sorry.
like
Oh.
a brand new Tesla, just like there's motion.
This motion
There's
detected
motion. Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
Cat, why did you turn my computer on? Stop it. Hitting the power button. Bad girl. Yeah, so
That's his shirt.
for the day.
Raven, you're getting another EXP.
Oh god.
That's gonna be a thing from now on. Whoever finds the funniest shirt for Averjo, or the first person to send a shirt for Averjo's wardrobe, gets an extra EXP.
It's
Wow,
beautiful.
fair enough. Yeah, she's like, all right, Joe. First off, know what? Never mind. Actually, Rise, Joe, Rise, talk it out. Do whatever you gotta do. I don't care. Joe, just don't take too long. We got people to talk to.
okay. Yeah. Does Ophelia leave or does she stay in this conversation?
She's just standing off to the side.
Yeah. Average Joe just kind of looks over at Rise. So, about last night.
Rise will kind of hold up his hand. I heard you wanted to apologize. There's nothing to apologize for, Average Joe. It was a rough night. You had a bad day.
Taking one down.
Stop it! Stop it! Now it's in my head!
Okay. Just go.
Nothing.
Average Joe will just kind of like offer his hand to Rise. Yes, in a sense, but I need to. I appreciate your guardians and governance over your own. I don't. Thank you for trying to look out for me. And I would be lying if I said I didn't. I still don't want to put people in that position. So I'm sorry that you felt you had to. I still don't trust this newcomer, but I was out of hand last night. Something irked me. And I don't like to show that side of me. I don't like to be angry.
Rise will kind of sigh, but then he smiles and he takes Averajo's hand. Listen, I appreciate the apology. And, well, I mean, I acted on my own will, so it's not like you made me do anything. So.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. This new guy, maybe I was too quick to trust him. I just, he's a connection that I need. And, that makes it hard for me to maybe see all of the sides I should. So I appreciate you looking out for our coterie.
I thank you. I I will I want to protect you all from things that are grander than all of us together. And I I struggle between telling you you should trust more and that you should trust never. Because they both are valid ways to go about this. But that's not why I wanted to come here only. I wanted to come here because I wanted you to come with me.
With you? Yeah, of course. Where do we need to go?
We're going to meet the Camarilla.
Holy shit! He'll, like, glance at Ophelia and then back to Averjo. I didn't think the Camarilla were still around. I thought they dipped.
I don't know anything about that. I was just told this by this one.
Alright then. One more thing
The
before
re-
we... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
One more thing I wanted to ask. He, like, kind of looks a little awkward. You left something with me last night. And,
I did.
I just wanted to know, it's still upstairs. I haven't, it's just been sitting there. I can go get it if you want it back. I wasn't sure if you meant to leave it maybe with Alistair or someone else, or...
What? I don't remember leaving anything. What did I leave?
A journal.
Oh, he looks in his cloak. Oh, yes. No, I do need that back. Please. Didn't think I would have left that anywhere. Yes, please. I need it now.
Yeah, sure. Ophelia, I'll be right back. I just gotta grab something, and he'll run back up to grab it.
And then she
Did
looks
you-
to.
Rise, did you lock your door when you left?
I mean, I think he would have. He obviously is now missing the slide lock, but his regular lock.
The door is open.
He immediately freezes, and is just he's letting heightened sense take over for a second. Oh crap! As he slowly pushes the door open, stepping, so he's his back to the wall as he pushes it open to kind of look in.
Where did you leave the journal?
It's in his bedroom.
Where in his bedroom?
Probably in his nightstand.
The contents are spilled on the bed. The whole place. That room. Everything turned inside out. The journal is gone.
He has that sick sense of dread, and he immediately dials Ophelia. It's on speakerphone as he has his hand on his gun at this point, and he's looking around.
Yo.
Someone was here,
I see.
and they took the journal.
Fucking hell. And Ophelia's gonna go back inside. She's gonna toss her phone to Average Joe, and she's gonna go inside, and she's gonna go to the front desk, and is gonna be like, I need you to contact Marcus Payne. Someone has infiltrated one of his partner's apartments and thus may be either near or around the premises.
Who are you
Has ever-
contacting?
She's just talking to like the front desk person.
They
Okay.
immediately contact Marcus.
Oh, is it just instantly or like instantly all
Yep,
that?
it's instant.
Yeah.
Marcus replies with, "I'll be around the corner, be there in less than 5 minutes."
Are you in your apartment right now, Marcus?
Yeah, I was saying that Marcus was just in his apartment getting Jade situated for bed rest.
As you open the door, you see something sticking out of it.
What's sticking out of it?
It is a metal stake. Pinned to it is a note.
He reads
We're
the note.
on to you. We're on to you, monster. And that's where we'll end session tonight.
Damn.
Holy crap! Alright then.
Fuck.
No,